So, I'm finally getting around to making my video. Like I said before, I couldn't do a video last week because I was in Sydney, and then I got back on Wednesday, and I could have made it on Wednesday, but I decided to sleep instead and do nothing. And then Thursday I could have done it, but I decided to sleep some more. Friday I could have done it, but yet again more sleep, and Saturday sleep and hang out with friends. And then today I'm finally getting to it because I have absolutely no excuse other than sleep, and I can't keep using that excuse because then I'll never do it. So yeah, I'm doing it now. Let's see. Last week, pretty much all I did from Tuesday to Friday was sleep. Like, that's literally all I did. I went to bed, woke up for maybe an hour to watch a movie or go to the bathroom or something like that, and then go back to sleep until Friday night when I worked out with my friend Jen, and then they had 3 barrels going on, one for law, which we didn't go to, one for engineering, and one for geology. And so me and my friend Alana went down together, and then we met up with a bunch of other people from Christ, and our friend Blake, we love dearly. So yeah, we went to the engineering building first, the engineering one first, and hung out there. Ran into a lot of people that I've met and become acquaintanced with, and so that was interesting. And yeah, it was good. It was a lot of fun. And then we went to the geology one, which was completely packed because the last time they had one, it was amazingly fun, and it was also packed the last time I went, or last time they had one that we went to, and so just kind of made sense that this one was going to be packed, and it was the one that was open the latest. So we went there, and it was so packed that you could barely move. So if you were dancing, you were pretty much rubbing against somebody because it was bad. Like, there's literally no room to move, but it was great because by the time we got there, we were feeling good. So yeah, and then after that, we all went out to town because it was going to be Alana's last night going out in Hobart, because she went back to the U.S. Actually, she just got back a couple days ago. And so yeah, we all decided to go and hang out. We took a cab to the Telly, I think that's the one we went to. I don't know. I just go where everyone else goes. I don't usually know where we're going exactly. But we went to the Telly, and we all hung out there and stuff. And someone said something about going to the next one, which was Lower House, I think. I don't know. And I was like, yeah, gung ho, let's get out of here. So I took off by myself, and I don't know what happened, but I just broke down crying because I get emotional when I drink now. Don't know why. It's either I'm angry or I'm sad. And after last week, of course, I was sad, so I cried. And I was somehow ended up on a street corner by myself crying. And yeah, luckily, someone found me from Christ and kind of comforted me until I stopped crying and I calmed down, and then took me to Lower House where we met up with everybody else, and I found Alana and Blake again, so I just followed her around, and then we went to Mobius, which is across the street from Lower House, and it's usually the first real dance club place that we go to. It's either, depending on how badly drunk you are, you go to Mobius and then O-Bar, and O-Bar is disgusting, you don't want to go there, but we usually end up going there at the end of the night. But after Mobius, we went to Bakehouse, which is, Iowa State students would know what this is. It's the Super Dog or whatever. That's what Bakehouse is to us. It's just a short walk away from all the bars or the clubs, pubs, whatever that we go to. And so we just go there and eat meat pies, which are delicious. And yeah, then we caught a taxi back, and pretty sure I just went to sleep. Yeah, went to sleep and then woke up the next day and hung out with a friend, and then got up early to pack, and we left for Sydney on Sunday. Yay! Yeah, so me and Alana got a ride from, she was kind of dating-ish. It's kind of, I don't really know if that's actually what they're doing, but technically they were dating, our rugby coach. And so he gave us a ride to the airport because he wanted to say goodbye to her. It was really cute. And so we got there. Yeah, we did so much. I actually kept a journal. So I'm going to be like reading off my journal and be like, this is what we did. So, yeah. So anyway, Sunday, I was dumb and I stayed up until 3:30 in the morning hanging out with a friend. Dumbest thing ever because I had to get up at 5:30 and like pack and then get ready and stuff, like shower and everything. And yeah, so I was pretty tired. I got like another half hour of sleep because I packed really fast. I just kind of like took my book bag and I threw a bunch of stuff in. And it was like good enough, and then went to bed for like another half hour. And then I woke up and got ready some more. And then we left for the airport. And we were at the airport so early that we just like it took less than 5 minutes to get through security, like get my ticket, go through security, and everything. So basically, we just sat there doing nothing, and Alana and Isaac were doing their cute little thing, being a cute little couple and whatnot. So I was like, I'll give you privacy and fall asleep. So I slept for an extra hour or so at the airport. And then on our flight, Alana was a few rows ahead of me, but we were lucky enough to get on the same flight. And so we got there at the same time and everything. And so yeah, I ended up just sleeping the entire flight because I had nothing else to do. And I was so tired. Yeah, we got to the airport in Sydney, no problem. And oh my gosh, my eye itches really bad. Yeah, so got to the airport and I didn't have any luggage because I didn't want to pay an extra like $20 for one piece of luggage for just 3 days. So I just threw everything in my book bag and took it as my carry-on. But Alana, of course, had luggage because she was going back to the States after she went to Sydney and then Melbourne. So we had to go to the carousel to get it, and we went to the wrong one, and we stood at the wrong carousel thing for like 10 to 15 minutes waiting, and we're just like, where is your luggage? Everyone else has their luggage, everyone was leaving, and we're just like, this is ridiculous, where? So finally I looked at the sign, and it said we were at like which carousel to go to. We were like 3 carousels off, we had to go all the way on the other side to find it, and it was hers was like the last luggage going around. It was pretty funny. Yeah, we were laughing at ourselves. And then she was getting stuff sorted out for like her phone credit and stuff. She wanted more credit while she was there because she was going to be in Australia for another week and she had no credit, so she was trying to add some more on. I called a hostel to get the shuttle, so we had to wait for them to show up, and then we took it to the hostel, and we got there. Check-in was at 1. We got there about 12:15, so we had a lot of like 45 minutes of free time. So we just left our stuff. They had like a separate room where people left luggage and whatever else, and we walked down to there was a place called King's Cross. So we walked down there, and because that's where the closest store was, and we bought food for the next few days, and then came back and checked into our room. When we first got there was 3 other girls in the room, so me and Alana both had top bunks because they took bottom bunks because that's apparently better, which I don't see why, because when they went to bed before we did, so we would get back really late from going out and about, and they'd be laying in bed trying to go to sleep, and we'd like crawl up on top of the ladder, shake the entire bunk bed, and like they should have just taken the top, like go to bed early, be on top, and if I'm on bottom, just bloop, roll in and no shaking of the bunk bed. But nope, they had to take the bottom one and had to make them miserable because like I like shake and I'm like freaking out, and then I roll a lot, so I was like rolling in the bed. The bunk bed kept creaking and stuff, so I felt bad for the girl under me because I'm ridiculous to sleep under. But yeah, whatever. And they didn't talk to us at all. None of them did. One of them checked out like the next day-ish, and then the other one checked out a little later that day or the next day, I don't remember. And then the other one was there the entire time, and she finally talked to us the last night/day that we were there. She talked to us a little bit. But yeah, she was there by herself, I think, and I felt kind of bad. Like after we started talking to her, I was like, we should have talked to you sooner because she was really nice. But it's okay. She seemed to be doing her own thing anyway. And then on the last night, I think, yeah, the last day, a woman checked in, and she was and another girl, but we never saw the other girl because she was always gone. But the woman that checked in, she was like probably in her 40s ish, and she was like, "Yeah, I have two sons, 17 and 19, and they're all grown up, so I wanted to do something for myself." And I'm just like, "What? I'm 22 and I depend on my parents still." Like, yeah, I'm kind of independent, but to just like up and move away from your children and your family without a job and like no place to live, like why would you do that to yourself and to your like kids? Like why would you do that? So I was just like, I can't talk to you. So I like rolled over and I let Alana talk to her instead, and I read my book because I could not handle it. I was like, no, stop, just stop. You're ridiculous. Anyway, okay, so anyway, Sunday, yeah, got food, checked in, blah blah, ate lunch, and then we decided to walk to Darling Harbor, which we pretty much walked everywhere except to like we bought bus tickets or shuttle tickets, the double-decker ones that like, had the open top, and like it was $50 for 2 days, and it took us out to the beach that was way too far to walk to, and then it also like drove us around and explained what each part of the city was, and it was kind of like a tour bus sort of thing. So we rode that a few times, but mostly we just walked everywhere because everything was so close to where our hostel was. Our hostel was like right in the. Actually, I have a map that I will, because this video is going to be in two parts because there's just so much to talk about with Sydney. So in the next part, I'll pull up a map and be like, this is where we went. Yeah. So anyway, we walked to Darling Harbor, walked around a bit, and checked on prices for like tickets to go to the aquarium and all that, and it was way too expensive. Alana wasn't as interested, and I wasn't gonna force her to pay like however much to go see it and stuff like that. So we did cheaper things that we both knew we were gonna enjoy. And then we walked to Chinatown, which was like right there, right by, and walked through that a little bit, not really much. And there's this market called Patty's Market, and it was like right on the other side. When we walked through Chinatown, it was right there across the street. So we went to that and walked around, and there's a lot of really cool cheap stuff, and we decided to go back later in the week, towards the end of our trip there, or stay there, and buy stuff, because everything was cheap and awesome. And then we ate dinner in Chinatown, which was delicious. It was like we had like actual sushi where it's like a block of rice with raw salmon over top of it, which I've never had that kind. I've only had the seaweed roll kind. So it was different, but it was actually really good. So I was excited. We did that, and then we walked back to the harbor, and they had a light show going on. I have videos and pictures I'll post, but basically they just played music on speakers and shot like water up out of the water and like lit it up along with the music. Oh, it was so cool. Oh my gosh, it was so cool. And every now and again they'd have like a break, and during one of the breaks it just downpoured like big fat drops of rain, so everyone like took off scattered trying to find like shelter. And Alana was going to turn in, she needed to turn in her medical, or not medical record, something for, she's applying for med school, so she needed to turn in her personal statement for that. She thought she was going to do it by Wednesday. Turns out they extended the thing until like tomorrow, so she was stressing about it, but she didn't find out that it was extended until like Tuesday. So she wanted to get online and check to see if she had any emails from her advisor or from her parents about it and stuff like that. So we went into Starbucks, which is right there by the harbor, and you have to buy something in order to use their Wi-Fi, which is silly because it said it's free Wi-Fi. Definitely not free. So we just got a hot chocolate and shared it, and then checked our Facebook and our emails and stuff, and waited for the show to start. Went back out, watched it a little bit, and then we walked back to the hostel because the bus wasn't running for some reason, or at the time, because it stopped running at like 7:30 at night. And so we just went back to the hostel, showered, and I listened to music and read my book that friend Ollie let me borrow. It's like Hannibal Lecter's like my favorite movies, and now gonna be my new favorite books. So yeah, I will do another video on the rest of the day. Yay.